1 of Expedition 33 for Gameclub, I believe. I think you're a little further than me, but not, I don't think too much.
Maybe like half an hour.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know how much is over there, but we can talk about all the non-spoiler stuff first.
Sure.
Gameplay. What are you so far? Are you loving it? Hating it? I'm really
liking. I'm really liking it so far. I've definitely gotten a little bit more like comfortable with it. I am like countering all the time now. I really don't dodge anymore. Really, because it's like if you die in this game, it's like, oh, just here, basically just start from where you left off. Like the punishment for dying is so minimal in this game that I'm fine with like just trying to counter every time, and if I die, oh well, I'll just restart.
That's fair. I feel like sometimes it sends me a little, I don't know. I think it depends on how the autosave is for that area and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing like the open world optional bosses.
Well, you can go to your inventory and change your weapon, and then it autosaves.
Oh, okay. So that is like, because I know you told me about that, but you're like,
I did try it once, and I'm like, yeah, it worked, I think.
Oh, okay. I might start using that more often.
Yeah.
Because I came into this one dude who just keeps slamming on you, and I fucking hate it.
On the island or whatever.
He's like a face looking. He has a big face on him.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah, so we did that, and unfortunately, the last save was like a while. Like it would take like a couple minutes to go there. Not that bad.
Yeah, but that's enough for
inconvenience of it.
Yeah,
but especially the overworld swimming and stuff like that. But I think I'm still doing dodging right now, gameplay wise, because I'm not always getting the perfect dodge, and the perfect dodge is what you need to do to parry, correct? I think
that's what I saw. Timing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would say like some fights I'm getting like I'll get perfect 3 out of 5 times, but because it's not like 4 or 5 out of 5 times, I'm like, this still could kill some of my characters immediately, especially with some of those optional bosses. I'm like,
right, yeah.
I guess if I did use that kind of like hack, just autosave beforehand, that might be nice. Because there's been a few times where I just set up camp and immediately go to sleep, just so I load right there.
Oh, yeah. I think I've only used camp for when it tells me to, for story reasons.
I usually end up going to camp to level up weapons sometimes, and put Lumina points in to characters.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the main time I use camp. Because normally I've noticed it's like, if the game tells you to use camp, then there's a lot of stuff story-wise. And then like use camp like one more time after that, and there's some optional stuff. And then after that, I feel like there hasn't been too many camp optional stuff lately. So I'm like, I hope this changes a little bit as we get further in. But
I've definitely heard people be like, there's honestly a little too much camp stuff.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I've heard people be like, once the game tells you to set up camp, get ready to spend like 20 minutes in camp just talking to people. And I'm like, oh, that's a lot.
See, right now I feel like there has been enough camp. So I'm like, maybe it will ramp up later. I mean, I am early in Act 2, so...
Yeah, because you do get, like... It's like Persona style, like, relationship levels.
Yeah, we did... when we played, we got only, like, rank 1 with everyone, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think I have, like, rank 2 with some of them, but...
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just been rank 1, and I felt like that was so long ago, but also this might be fucking my perspective, because the last time I played, which was about 5 hours, I went back, looked up every boss we missed, and just went back and fought them all.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I don't think I've done any cleanup. I'm like, I kind of just want to get through the story, and then once I beat the story, I'll go back. because I did get spoiled. You do get something really cool after you beat the campaign that really helps with the side stuff.
Okay. Because I do know there is the New Game Plus, and I was also thinking about saving some of it for New Game Plus.
Yeah, I don't think it's New Game Plus. I think it's literally like if once you beat the story, you get something that helps you like beat side stuff.
Interesting. Okay.
And to the point where I'm sure some side stuff you need it.
Okay. Because I just unlocked the ability to get rid of these paint spikes recently, which goes all the way back to like the 3rd or 4th area you go to. And I was like, they're like these black spikes with like blue glowing around them. It's linked to a side quest called the Lost Gestrels. I think we were talking about that.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to. It's like they're called like paint something, and I don't know exactly what it is. But the only way, because I saw it, and I was like, I saw an area I couldn't get to, in one of the earlier areas, and I was like, I can't get to it, and I was like, I think this is supposed to be something I can get rid of, kind of like the apparently you can get rid of the coral later. It's kind of like that, I guess. You unlock some ability to get rid of it.
Gotcha.
I don't know what it's called, but the only way I can describe it is it's like this black looking stone with blue glow into it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And it's kind of just tied to I actually have a image I found online. One. I guess people are just calling it blue rock. No. And so yeah, I just unlocked the ability to break those, but I'm like, oh man, some of that's all the way back from like the 3rd area you visit. Like there was some all the way like right after you leave like the cool water environment. Like the first time you go underwater, I think there may have been even some there, and I was like, man, there's so much to like go back and do. I'm like, oh, so much. Which I mean, I do like, but I'm like, man, I wish I could have cleared it before, but I don't know. I know it's all a thing in a lot of RPGs to go back, unlock something, go back.
Yeah, I definitely just found a guide where it's like, here's all the actual like stuff you can miss if you continue through the campaign.
That's fair. Have you done any of the Gestral Beach stuff?
I did the first one.
Is that the one with the for Lune or whatever and Gustav?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the I done 2 by now. The second one's a little harder. They're different each one. I thought they were all these weird parkour things.
Oh, interesting.
But the second one was not a parkour thing, so it was kind of like a mini game. And the last one I have not beaten yet.
Huh. Yeah, I think I've done like one like side mini game thing where it's like you have to like counter or parry like certain colors or whatever in a fight.
I haven't done that. I don't think.
It's like gotta parry the reds and not parry the greens or whatever.
I don't think I've done that then. Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it might be ahead
it might be
where you guys are.
Yeah, I think I told you this. I'm a little dumbfounded that because while we're talking about the gameplay, I didn't realize what Lumina points were. I think I told you that after we figured out. I was like, oh yeah, we just figured out what Lumina points is at the end of Act 1.
Yeah.
So we made the game significantly harder on ourselves. After we figured that out, it was like so much easier to play. We are playing on, I think it's Expeditioner mode. I think it's the second out of 4 or 3. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember what I'm playing on. I think I'm playing on normal.
I think it's the normal. I think there's like easy, normal, hard. I think there's 4. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 3. But I think we're doing Expeditioner, which is the default setting. But yeah, I gameplay is great. I like how they added new mechanics as it goes on. So we're at the point where they added 2 new mechanics already since the last time we probably talked. There's the jump attack. And then there's now this what is it? It's like a
parry.
Gray parry almost. It's like a special parry that you have to parry no matter what.
Yeah.
And so we haven't run into too many enemies yet that have done that, because that only unlocks when you get to like the second chunk of the continent. As I'll probably just call it like that. There's that first chunk of the continent,
the Act 2 part of the game,
and then there's the Act 2 part of the game. Yeah, but it's kind of cut off from Act 1 area. But as far as I know, you do unlock a way to get back to Act 1.
And I think I've unlocked one more gameplay mechanic.
Oh, there's even another one? Oh, gosh. Yeah.
So it's not exactly the same, but yeah, there is definitely another like system.
Because, so like, there was this one enemy I fought, and I think it was an optional boss. I don't know if you fought it. I think it was a chromatic jar guy. I don't know if you know the jar guy, the guy with the light torches.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So this guy has 2 attacks that look exactly the same as each other. But you don't know which one's the jump and which one's the dodge. And so you have to learn it, because it's like the first one's a jump, then it's dodge, jump. But when you first run into him, you're like, Yeah,
I didn't beat him.
Once I learned it, it was pretty easy, but...
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I'm high enough level, so I was like, I'll come back. But for I think for jumps, it'll tell you when to jump.
Yeah, I think it's more of I have my thumb ready for
counter,
like B to dodge, and then I have to switch to I think it's Y or is it A? I can't remember. It's one of the other buttons to jump.
A to jump.
A, yeah. So it's like I'm already on B. I'm ready. I'm just waiting for it. I see the symbol. I'm like, shit, and I jump. I have to jump. Usually jumping is fine. It's just once you jumped once and then the next attack was a dodge and you're ready to jump instead, it just throws you off for a second. I was like, oh. I mean, I like that boss. I thought it was kind of a cool way to play on it, because it's almost the exact same animation. There is like a slight difference. A very slight difference. I like how there's a slight difference. So if you're just using like a visual cue, you can pay attention for that small difference in that animation. But
yeah, I like the gameplay a lot. I am curious to see, we're in Act 2 and I just got a new system. I'm curious to see how many more systems they add.
I'm curious on I'm curious on how much more they're gonna add, because I wasn't expecting so many more to be added already. I was like, oh great, now there's a jump and a counter, and now there's this parry system, which I'm already bad at parrying, but this one has a bigger window at least. So at least it's not like hard.
Yeah.
Now I have to have my fingers on like 4 different buttons just ready to be like, ugh. I do like this twist on the turn-based. I haven't played a game like this before. I know you said there was another game that did something somewhat similar-esque, but not to this level.
For the button presses, or the
kind of like a button press QTE.
Yeah. I think it's just the QTEs, but like Lost Odyssey for the 360
Oh yeah,
has
yeah.
like button presses, and then also like any Mario RPG.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, but yeah, I do like it. You have what's your squad made out of? Out of curiosity, you can just call the new character if you want.
Or yeah, I switch it up pretty often.
Oh really?
I don't really have one set.
I think I've just got a we usually just have the full 80 squad. I'm not gonna lie.
I really
Luna,
like
Mayel, and CL, I think her name.
CL, yeah.
Yeah. Because
Alright,
you go.
no, I really like the mechanic for the fourth character, so I'm like, oh
yeah,
we're gonna stay in this party.
I see. I think it's interesting, but I don't know if I care too much for his mechanic. I'm not exactly sure how.
We can talk about mechanics. It's like it's kind of just Devil May Cry.
Well, yeah, it's like so the whole concept of it is just like you don't want to get hit and your abilities get stronger because it's like Devil May Cry professional tiers, I guess. Get the D, or you start off D, right?
Yeah, you start with D.
I think
I have a weapon. Yeah, I think I have a weapon where it's just like start at C.
Yeah, I think we just got that weapon, but doesn't it stop him from getting to S or something like that?
I don't think so. I think it just starts at C.
Because there's one weapon that I think skyrockets him faster, but he can't get to S tier. And I thought that was an interesting one. But I was like, I don't know if that's worth it, because S tier, when he is in S tier, he does a shit ton of damage.
Yeah. I have one. I think it changed to a new weapon where it's like every time you do a basic attack, you can attack again.
Oh.
So basically, you just basic attack and then you can use.
No.
You can basic attack again or use an ability.
Is that not the one that starts him off at C? Or is that a different one?
I don't think so. I think it's a different one.
Okay,
I don't think I have any rank 10 weapons yet.
Then we switched to that one recently. I think we got that one recently. Is that the one you get for the boss?
No, it's an older. Or yeah, I don't remember. His weapons are confusing.
Yeah, his weapons are confusing. I think it's one you get from a boss, like in the start of Act 2 almost.
Yeah.
Because we got that and we were like, well, he just gets 2 attacked basically. So I mean, like, he gets a free base attack. I think it does light damage. Maybe I'm wrong. It does an element damage. I think it's lightning.
Yeah.
Which I was like, at least it does an element too. I mean, we have Mael who never runs out of AP basically in our squad.
Yeah.
She's always at 9 maxed out. And we have this weapon that starts her in virtuous stance. So immediately out the get-go, she's doing 200% damage. And so I'm like, hell yeah. She's doing great.
And then I have roulette on everyone, so sometimes she does 400 damage.
I just don't want to risk the 50% though.
That's fair, but I'm just like, but what if?
That's fair. I think if it's not worth too many Luna points, it might be a fun one to throw in on. Not like I don't know if it gives her much buff. I don't know. I'll have to look into it because I know some of the Pictos give you like a shit ton of health or like advance your other stats.
Yeah.
And I mean, some of those Pictos are the main reason like our characters have like so much fucking health.
Yeah, I'm like pretty sure I've missed Pictos like in previous areas, so I'm kind of like, I kind of want to get pretty far and then just look up what good Pictos there are and if I missed them or not. Because I feel like I've missed some good ones probably.
Maybe you get a lot from the optional bosses in a lot of areas, which is kind of cool. But I mean, so some of the optional bosses are mimes. I don't know if you fought any. You have fought
Yeah.
one at the start, but
I fought like 3 or 4, I think.
yeah, I think we've only fought in 3, maybe 4. I can't remember, but not all of them give you mime clothes, which is nice. Some of them do give you
Okay.
weapons and pictos later on, which I wasn't expecting. Or so I think the last one we killed gave us 2 hairstyles. And I was like, man, this is way better than those mime clothes. I'm not wearing those mime
Yeah.
clothes.
Same.
I know they're funny a little bit because it's with like a baguette,
Yeah.
but I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I kind of like the outfits that are more like appropriate, themed appropriately,
Yeah,
right? Like I don't really like there's some casual ones. I'm like I don't really, or the swimwear ones. I'm like this in cutscenes. It's so weird.
yeah. It's funny you said that because the end scene for Act 1, we had Mael in her skirt outfit.
Oh,
And it was kind of nice actually because it did make it seem a lot more surreal for her because she was in that outfit. But I agree. I feel like I like their base outfits more, except for Luna's.
yeah,
I
I don't
don't
like
like
Luna's.
Luna's base one. I put on. I think it's the pre-order DLC or deluxe edition DLC. Maybe I don't
The one
know,
with the
but it's like the marching
no,
band one.
okay, yeah,
It's not.
the one with the fishnets.
Yeah, the one with the fishnet.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's the one we immediately put on her because I was like, yeah, she's out here walking barefooted as fuck.
Yeah.
Doesn't really make sense logistically to me, but I'm also like, I think she looks better in this outfit in a ways. I mean, they all have that specific one, but I think I keep them all in their regular outfits. I do change their hairstyles though, quite a bit.
I don't change the hairstyle, especially in males. Like I feel like I only like her default one. I feel like all the others make her look a lot older. And I'm
See,
like, that's weird.
we have one, and I don't know if you've unlocked it. It's called I think it's called Painter's Hair from Mael.
I don't
And
know.
I like it because it's her hair down and there's physics to it. And so when she's like flying everywhere, you kind of get like that kind of like it's kind of, like the hair floating in the wind while she's stabbing with her fence. And I feel like it kind of
Right.
like matches her vibe a little bit. I think that's the one we have on her. I think Luna, we also have the same one in the photo that I just sent. It's like the hair all the way down.
Oh yeah.
Theo we kept the same. And the 4th character we kept the same. Gustav's we did the flower one. I kind of like the idea that he has the flower
Oh yeah.
from the girl from the start. I think it kind of matches his character a little bit.
Mhm.
Slash his vibe
Yeah.
just in general. So that's basically it though.
Yeah. So do you have a favorite character to play as?
Uh
Gameplay you like the most?
so I love Luna's gameplay. I like the
The
wizard-esque
mage.
vibe.
Yeah.
I like the twist on the wizard vibe also that she has. I like how she does these element gatherings, and then those element gatherings are used to enhance other spells. Or
Yeah.
there's a spell you get later on, I think you were talking about it, called Mayhem. And it just
Mhm.
uses whatever elements she's already have stored up as like a big attack. And that
Yeah.
ability is real
Breaks.
nice. And it helps break, yeah. I do like that ability a lot.
Yeah.
She's
I
also
think I like.
good at
Yeah, go ahead.
figuring out weaknesses overall, I feel
Oh,
like,
yeah.
compared to other characters, just because she has more access to other elements than other characters
You're kind of just playing Persona with her, honestly.
do. Yeah.
She's the Persona character.
I think outside her, my second follow-up is probably Mael still.
Yeah. I like Mael. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I feel like people are like, "Oh, she's so broken." I'm like, I feel like she's good, but I'm like, maybe I haven't built her right. I feel like she's not that much broken than like CL or something.
Yeah, my only problem with CL is how we have her built right now. She's essentially a glass cannon. If she gets hit once, she's down. She has like she has like 600 health maybe. But man, she's the only character who we can have right now that maxes out the damage. Oh, okay. Mael does too now. But she was out when we first got her, she was the only character that maxed out her damage pretty early on.
Right. Yeah, CL, it's like I have the thing where it's like you can stack 10 immediately.
Oh,
and then it's like the second time you do it, it's 20. And then it's like if roulette hits, it's like easy max damage.
That's fair, yeah. Yeah.
And then she also has an ability where it's like you can also just like self heal if they have stacks on them.
That is a nice ability. I do like, she feels, it's weird because she's very damage heavy, but she also has a lot more support spells and stuff than Mael does.
Yeah.
Mael's very heavy attack. Luna's kind of like whatever you build her. She's kind of like a jack of all trades, I feel like. You can make her very support heavy, or you can make her very damage heavy. I guess more healer and damage is Luna. And the CL, I feel, and fourth character, I think have a lot more abilities that can share AP and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, which one do you have?
I really like fourth and CL. I feel like
that's fair.
CL, I mean, even aesthetically, like the cards and stuff, and her weapon is super cool.
Oh, I mean, very Gambit vibes. The second I got her, I was like, dude, she's Gambit.
But yeah, and I do really like the fourth character. I do feel like sometimes they have like this one ability that like I've only hit like once because like the timing is so specific, and if you don't hit it, it doesn't work.
Oh,
it's like you have to double tap A really fast. So if you only tap it, if you miss the second one, the attack does nothing.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. I think Lune also has some.
She has one fire spell that if you fail, it hits herself.
Yeah.
And I thought we use that all the fucking time though. Just because it's like fire to everyone and it's high fire too.
I think fire is like the best ability in the game.
So far.
Because even Mael has a bunch of like really overpowered fire stuff.
She has so many fire spells. It surprises me she doesn't have at least one other element in her, but she's so fire heavy focused. It almost sucks when the enemies are resistant to fire because of that, because we bring Mael along so much that we it's weird because we actually swap out CL. No, last time we swapped out Luna for the fourth character. We've been trying to keep them all around the same level so that no one falls back behind. But for the longest time, like after we got CL, it was an all-woman squad to the end of Act 1.
That's fair.
which is funny. But yeah. I like the gameplay. It's fun.
I do too.
It's nice. It's engaging enough, and it doesn't like force you to parry in case you're not too good at it. I like how every character plays completely different.
Yeah, it kind of feels like each character is like, oh, do you like this other RPG? We made a character that plays like this RPG.
Yeah, which is nice because then you get these characters and you're like, okay, because for a while I didn't care too much for Gustav's overload, so that's why we eventually left him behind basically in the squad with CL. I did like CL's whole card vibe also.
Mhm. Yeah, I kept Gustav because it's like the gameplay is very simple,
it is very
but like
simple.
the overcharge, right? Overcharge
Yeah, I think
is so powerful. It's like the easiest break in the game.
it is. It is
It's
such
kind
a
of the only
good
thing he's
break.
got, so it makes sense, but like it's so overpowered.
Yeah, it is good. I will give it that. Yeah, it was a very good ability. It's just I think at that time it's like once you get CL, you're kind of wanting to play with the new character for a hot minute because you're like,
Yeah.
ooh, and then it's like, Gustav, you're kind of doing the lead. Like you do break more than anyone else, but Mael is over here maxing out the damage already. Let's we need Luna to figure out the elements. So yeah, talk about the music's fucking fantastic. Listening to the music right now, I mean, so far I've loved every second of the soundtrack.
There's like too much music. There's 8 hours of it. That's kind of too much.
There's 8 hours of it for a game that runs average what, like 30 hours for a playthrough.
Yeah. There's probably plenty of music you hear once in the entire game and then never again.
Yeah, that's true. You do get, if you look for them, you can find a lot of music tracks to play them at camp. It's just I don't feel like you spend enough time at camp to listen to all of them. Especially not start to end. Because the last time I went to camp, I had like 8 of them, and I was like, I don't know any of these. Play that one. And so visually, I mean, I like how it looks, but have you still noticed the lip sync problem as you get further in?
Or I feel like I'm noticing it less.
I don't know if it's just like I'm ignoring it more, or if it's just not as noticeable and it gets better as the game goes on. I can't tell. I'm gonna have to try keeping an eye on that, because I do know that was a big problem, especially early game. I even noticed the lip sync was quite off, and I don't know if it just gets better as the game goes on, but I did notice it when you and Sam also pointed it out. I was like, yeah, it's been off, but I don't think it was that bad. But I mean, the voice casting sells it no matter what. Like, especially in some scenes, I'm like, damn, you're selling the scene amazingly.
Yeah.
I mean, Shadowheart's voice actress is Mael, and she does a great job in almost every scene. Luna's voice actress is pretty great too. Those CLs,
I think they're all very good.
Yeah, they're all pretty good. I don't think I've met a voice actor I was like, they've all been pretty good. Even the fucking journals. I feel like even in those, the voice acting is great. So I'm like, damn. But we can go into the story. Sure. And this will be a bit of spoiler territory. This is only really going to spoil the somewhat start of Act 2. All I've finished in Act 2 so far is literally like the first area you do before, right after Act 2 starts. I forget what the name is. Is it Forgotten Battlefield or something like that? I can't remember. I've only done the first area. I haven't even picked up the 5th character. So that's probably where the spoiler parts are. If you haven't watched, like, gotten that far, that's cool. You can jump in later. Or you probably should jump out now. But let's get into it. This is your final warning. Okay. So yeah, end of Act 1. Right?
Yeah, the pretty shocking end to it.
Yeah. Holy shit. Was I mean, this is why I said it was kind of funny that we stopped using Gustav when we got CL,
Yeah.
because we were like, oh, Gustav, it's fine. It's all female party. Oh no, Gustav.
This is what you get for leaving him out.
This is what I get for making it a female only squad. Yeah, Gustav, dying was not on my cards of this game. I won't lie.
Yeah.
Especially considering it's such a big name voice actor. I was like,
that's almost why I'm like, oh, that makes sense why he's already. They couldn't afford him for 30 hours.
After the fact, I was like, okay, it's because they couldn't afford him for 30 hours. But I was like, but you got such a big name. I'd surprised they would not waste, but like, it was strong. I was not expecting it, considering it pushes that he's the main character so much.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm a fan of how it like played out, because I feel like some cutscenes are a little bit weird, and I feel like that was one of them, where it felt like really like out of nowhere, but not in like a good way. Like, because like it sets it up and they're just like talking, and then like the camera just cuts to him, the guy just walking towards them, and I'm like, I feel like it would have been better if they just like cut to him attacking them immediately.
So
I feel like the pacing was kind of weird.
That I did think that was weird, and I thought it was because Mael saw him. And so I was like, oh, why aren't you warning Gustav? Like, I was literally like saying it, why are you not warning Gustav? Because I thought she saw him, but I guess she didn't. And then, yeah, they started getting attacked. And I do agree, the start of that was very weird. Like, it was kind of weird that they cut to him walking. They could have shot it to the point where, like, you know, they're talking and the camera moves up slightly and you see behind Gustav him walking, like, right about
or
attack,
like
or something like that.
Or they're just talking and then he just gets like fucking shot.
Yeah,
off screen. Yeah.
So yeah, it was a weird one, but damn, it was a brutal scene still though.
Yeah.
And that's definitely one where I was like, yeah, she really sold this scene. I'm forgetting her name, isn't it? Who's
the actress's name?
Yeah.
Jennifer English.
Okay, I was supposed to say it's Jennifer something, I swear.
Yeah.
Okay, because when I say Jennifer, I immediately want to say Jennifer. Is it Hale? Yeah. Okay. I want to say Jennifer Hale, but no, it's English. No, she sold that scene very well. I was like, damn. I feel like the pain right there. Such a good voice actress.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was not expecting that. And Sam, who I was playing with, she was like, "You can't be dead, right?" And I was like, "I think he's dead. I don't think he's coming back."
Yeah, because it's like, because I was like, I don't know, maybe they'll do a thing where he'll come back in like the like back third of the game or something like that. But then when you get Verso, and it's like, oh, you have all his weapons.
Yeah,
Verso, he's not coming back.
Yeah, Verso just has all his weapons. You're like, yeah.
And it makes sense because I saw people afterwards being like, yeah, I sort of picked up when none of his weapons had abilities. And I'm like, oh, yeah, now that I think about it.
I didn't even really,
none of the weapons have abilities.
I guess I didn't really pick it up. I saw someone being like, man, this skill tree kind of like lacking compared to the others.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow, it's locked behind story.
But there was a lot of locked ones, which made me wonder. I was like, is that like ever like, was that just a fullest? And also, the other characters still have locked ones, so I'm like, I don't know when those unlock. I assume it's gonna happen later on in the story. Or whatever.
I assumed it was like beginning of Act 2 or something.
But yeah, that was shocking. And then yeah, Verso, he's a cool looking character. I do like him. I like his vibe overall. His outfit, really cool looking. His default one at least. And it's It's Ben Starr, right?
Verso, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you were asking me, oh, I don't know when Ben Starr is. I was like, at this point, I've already met Verso. I was like, yeah, I don't know when he is. I'm not for sure. I assume he joins later.
Yeah. I like Verso. I just kind of feel like it was very sudden.
Him joining was very, and they kind of like, I get they were in shock, and that's why I was kind of hoping there'd be more camp scenes to like maybe, and I guess you kind of gain their trust a little bit. I wish there was more of, I guess, gaining the trust per se.
Yeah,
because it's kind of like, I guess he did save Mael, but like, still,
they don't know him.
Yeah, they don't know him. He's still, he knows the guy who killed Gustav. Like,
I mean, I guess. Oh God, what's the big guy's name? Your vehicle guy.
Oh fuck. I love him so much, but I am blanking on his name.
Is it Este? It's no.
Oh, it's like
starts with E.
It is SA something, isn't it? Big guy. I wonder.
SK? Is it SK or something?
Big guy transportation. I don't know. I know it starts with an E. Hard to find them because I feel like a lot of people are trying to.
Yeah, I think it's SK.
Yeah, it's SK.
ESQUIE.
Yeah, that is SK. Yeah.
I mean, like they're like best buds, so it's like I guess you get some like cred for.
Yeah, you have some street cred. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I don't know if we have confirmation yet, but I guess we do have confirmation who the old dude is now, and because that we were theorizing in our last time we did this.
Yeah, so he's like the leader.
But I guess he was leader of Expedition Zero. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't fully know if. Do we know if he's also Expedition Zero? They haven't fully. Okay, did they? Okay.
I think they did. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I don't know if they straight up said if he was from Expedition Zero for.
Yeah, both of them are.
Okay.
He was their like captain.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, you're right. They did say he was his captain. Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
But we don't know why these two are immortal.
Well, they said it's something with the Patris.
Yeah, but it's like, why these two?
Well. Yeah, so my early theory was before Act 1 ending, which revealed a lot of information. I thought the old dude and the little girl were like alternate versions of Gustav and Mael.
Oh, yeah. They kind of look similar.
Well, the girl especially looks similar.
I still think that girl is... I think that might still hold true. I don't know.
Maybe I don't. So at this point,
kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't, because they do blame her for something, but they don't ever really say, because they're like it's Mael's fault or it will be her fault or something like that. And so I guess we'll see. I don't know, but
it kind of seems like maybe Mael's related to that dude. Maybe, I don't know. It kind of feels that way because he keeps talking about family and stuff.
I had that thought also because she does have like this whole thing that she never had a family.
Yeah.
So it could be like that's her like grandpa or whatever. I mean that theoretically means he killed her mom and dad, but whatever. I'm not exactly sure how that fit in the whole family vibe. But
yeah, I don't remember if she said her parents went on the expedition or I assume they did.
They have not said. I don't know if I don't even know if she knows who her mom and dad are.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah. So that ruined that theory. I was like, yep, there goes that theory. So I have no idea really what's happening. Obviously Verso's hiding a secret. The reason I'm saying that is I don't know if you've done a lot of the camp scenes. But I think the very first dialogue you have with SK, there's like, oh, you didn't tell him about that thing. It's like, no, I promise not to. And I was like, what are you hiding? New main character.
Yeah, he's definitely hiding a lot of stuff.
He is definitely hiding a lot of stuff because he also definitely knows. He knows a lot too. He apparently knows how to like find the Patriots' heart and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm curious on what's gonna happen plot wise. I'm like engaged as fuck in the story. I don't know the last time I've been this so in tuned with the main story of a game. Like I've liked stories in games, get me wrong. Like I love South of Midnight's story. It was pretty decent and good. This one I'm like, I gotta know what the fuck's happening now. I want to know what's happening. I need to know. So much weird shit's happening. Yeah. It's been a good journey so far. I'm curious because there's still rest of Act 2 and then Act 3. I feel like we've made so much progress too, and I'm like, how much is in Act 3 and the rest? Like, they're like, oh yeah, after we pick up the 5th character, we'll go there, and that should be close to the end. I'm like, is it going to be though? Is it? But yeah, I do enjoy.
Yeah. I don't know how much further. Like we're on Act 2. I think there's 3 acts, so it's like, I don't know. What level are you guys? Like on average?
33.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I'm like 27 and 28, but I haven't been doing the side stuff as much.
Yeah,
so
we've been doing a lot of side stuff. Like every character's at least 32, if I had to guess. Yeah, no, we were talking about it, that boss fight right before the burial.
yeah.
in our group chat. I spoiler tagged it because I don't want to like spoil. Because I was like, I think Shoaib's already gone there, but also I know Garrett wants to play it eventually.
Right.
And so yeah, we like we basically like one turn killed that boss in his first act, and same with the act 2 of that boss. So that boss was a lot easier than it probably should have been, considering it had a whole fucking animation and like a whole second act. It was quite easy to wreck him. So we are a little over leveled, because the second we also got to that area, we didn't even have to use skills to kill most of the enemies.
Damn.
Well, Mael starting off in Verso was just like stab, dead, base attack stab times 200%, you know. And then Luna would just like, yeah, that area was pretty easy. But I'm scared that we're gonna eventually like get to a point where it's like, oh, it's not easy anymore. But I guess it depends how much side stuff we do. But I think the max level is supposed to be 99, which I have a feeling requires grinding.
Yeah, I doubt that's the end of the main story.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what level you'll be at the end of the main story. I assume like 50 or 60.
Yeah, so I think I saw like a guide recently, and it was like, oh, here's the weapons. It was on TikTok or whatever. I've been trying to avoid
Right.
watching them because I don't want to get spoilers. And I think it was like Games Radar or something like that on my TikTok. I don't know, but I think they're like 60 for low Act 3, and I was like, ah, okay. And it did say like, I think it did say like 30s for Act 2, so I'm like, it'll probably be like 60 when you end the game, or when you're around there. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But any final thoughts on Expedition?
Enjoying it. I'm curious to see where it goes.
I'm enjoying it quite a bit, and I'm hooked on the plot. I love the visuals. I love how it's so painting ass. The environments are so cool too. I didn't even talk about it, but that environment that's like trenches gave me such Warhammer vibes. I loved it.
Yeah.